our own CBN is meeting, I guess, next week.
Next week, yeah, 22nd, 23rd.
22nd, 23rd. So, are we going to do a Ghana 350 beeps or? I mean, beeps is basis points.
Basis points, yeah. So I don't think we do a 350 basis points, but I think we do 50 basis points now and then 100 towards the end of the year, and then we have a full. And I'll tell you
go
why.
from 27.5% to 27%.
That's aggressive.
I'll tell you why. Right? So I've been
Do you? Are you saying this? Are you looking at Cardoso? Like, are you?
Imagine Cardoso saying take it 50 basis points next week. Yeah, but I'll tell you why. Right? So if you look at the a few reasons and a few points. And I'll try to remember and explain. So if you look at the minutes from the last central bank meeting, the rhetoric was a hold. And reason harvest period this month, which also will push, in my view, inflation down to about high 18s, maybe 18.6 to 18.9. And then about a month after is when the harvest really hits the markets. So then when it hits the markets, we're going to get a stronger rate of disinflation, in my view, to about 17. I won't be surprised if we end the year at 16 or maybe 15, like Tinubu said. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason is, if you actually think about it, we've seen M2, our money supply, actually dwindle, right? The central bank has a money supply target of 15.6% year-on-year growth, and we're at 15.7%. And last year, we're at 40% money supply. So there's a lot of liquidity in the market last year. There still is liquidity, but actually that M2 growth has really slowed down to the central bank's targets. Another point that I like to add is, I've been spending time with a lot of manufacturers, and I've really seen how credit growth has affected them. And when you then go back to the numbers, you see that we had an average credit growth rate of 60% last year, and first half of this year is 3.1%. So that means this tightening has really tightened these guys to the point of we're choked. So the central bank has to now, in my view, do their part to actually loosen monetary policy a little bit. But when you speak to these guys, these manufacturers are borrowing at 35%, right? And that's why I think, unfortunately, it seems like banks tend to move when the central bank does its part, when the regulator, when they come out to actually encourage them to do something. And I think that's why I really think the MPR needs to go down. I think when the MPR goes down, I think these guys will start looking at other things.